All right, this is external vulnerabilities. So if I said to you now, could you identify every single external vulnerability across your environment? Hopefully the answer is yes, but what I find for most healthcare organizations and hospitals, the answer is a smile, a laugh, and I wish I could. Here's something very unique that we do. We leverage the authenticated vulnerability agent that sits on every single endpoint to feed Eaglei the external facing IP address. So whether that's in a hospital, at one of the physician's offices, or Mary from revenue cycle management sitting at her home logging in, we will grab all of those IPs, feed them into Eaglei, and then depending on your cadence, run vulnerability scans daily, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. And we will run daily port scans on those IPs. So even IPs that you're not even tracking or are aware of, we are doing that for you, right? It goes back to, where is my house going to get burned down? It's going to get burned down in the areas that you have no visibility into. And I will tell you, CISOs, CTOs, CIOs, right? They love this, right? This is one of the most powerful features because we're giving them a picture into their risk that they absolutely didn't have prior to this, right? So here are all of your external facing vulnerabilities. You can look at these by severity rating, by score, the number of detections that we're finding across your environment. And then you can also look at it by physical location, right? Or facility. And then obviously, like anything else, you have graphing and KPIs and data, and how do these vulnerabilities impact your overall cyber risk rating. So all of that data is right in front of you at your fingertips. And if you're not sure of the first vulnerability, your secure socket layer, transport layer issue, you hit that little I with a circle to the right of that. It's going to tell you exactly what the problem is. This is external services. So these are typically exposed services. It could be an open port. Unfortunately, what we're seeing all too often is someone has exposed the firewall console to the internet. And the second you do that, I think most people either know or don't know or understand the risk associated with that, but you're basically giving a threat actor a whole bunch of information in order for them to execute an attack against you. So being able to identify all of these exposed services is extremely important and very powerful, and this is gathered on a daily basis. We saw a ransomware attack against a healthcare group about 2 months ago where a very seasoned internal IT resource spun up an RDP server and somehow managed to expose RDP to the internet. And within 24 hours, that server was hit. And when I talked to the CISO, who I've actually known for years and isn't leveraging our platform, he immediately said, I know, you've warned me about this. And we had all these SOPs and we had the tier one EDR solution, and they still beat it. And he's like, I realize now I have no external attack surface management, or I've limited based on my quarterly scan. So having this clear attack surface analysis is extremely powerful.